Live from Hyper Clubhouse in Atlanta for Comedy Hype News, I'm John Alba. In the aftermath of the election, race appears to be at the forefront of many people's minds as exit polls continue to circulate online. In this day and age, comedians have been looked at as current-day philosophers, commenting on society as a whole through their specific perspective. This isn't something new, as most comedians will talk about what they see and experience on stage. Now, oftentimes, history will repeat itself, making the comedians of that time appear like psychics, predicting the events of the world before they happen, when in actuality, we're just experiencing a historic reoccurrence. Paul Mooney has never strayed away from commenting on the current state of America, using race as a primary anchor. There have been many times throughout the history where the words of Mooney have become increasingly relevant, and this election season is no different. Just days after the 2024 presidential election, an old stand-up comedy clip of Mooney has resurfaced from his 2012 special, The Godfather Comedy, where he talks about Latinos thinking they're white and Puerto Ricans distancing themselves from specific Latino ethnicities, calling themselves Spanish. Additionally, Mooney would jokingly call Puerto Ricans Cubans and Dominicans black people that can swim.
Oh, race is a trip. Mexicans were thinking they was white folks. They'd forgotten about the Alamo. All my Puerto Rican friends, I'm Spanish. Oh, a tall Mexican. No, I mean, I'm Spanish. I thought that was a language. Everybody gets it twisted. If you take an African zebra to Canada, it does not make it a Canadian zebra. Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Cubans ain't nothing but black folks that can swim. You think that you better than us, because they dropped you off first.
Now, in the comments of this TikTok video where it was posted, one social media user would comment on the stand-up clip by providing some information. They would go on to write, "The Dominican Republic has the 4th largest black population in the global African diaspora." Another social media user would chime in and share their own thoughts. "Man, I miss Paul Mooney. He would tell a joke, but he never told us to lie." Now, this throwback clip has become relevant over the last week even more due to comedian Tony Hinchcliffe's speech at Donald Trump's rally at Madison Square Garden just before the election. Now, during his speech, Hinchcliffe would call Puerto Rico a pile of garbage in the ocean, infuriating many across the country. This highly publicized moment would be talked about throughout the week, with many political pundits, personalities, and Americans expressing their outrage over Hinchcliffe's comments. Some would even theorize that those comments would cost Donald Trump the election. Obviously, that didn't happen. As it was announced earlier this week, Donald Trump would be elected as the next president of the United States. Now, interesting enough, election results have also shown that Hinchcliffe's comments did little to sway people from voting for Trump, as NBC News will report the national exit polls from the 2024 election. Those results would show that 55% of Latino men voted for Donald Trump, making them the 2nd largest demographic to vote Republican this year behind white men. The same source would also report that 38% of Latino women voted for Trump, which is the 3rd fewest behind black women and black men. Now, these results go in line with what Mooney said in this stand-up clip. Mexican voters more so view themselves as white. So what do you guys think about this Paul Mooney warning to America that Mexicans consider themselves white, while saying Puerto Ricans, Cubans, and Dominicans are just black people that can swim? Let's talk about it more in the comments below. Plus, save the date for the latest news and comedy by subscribing here to our YouTube channel and follow Comedy Hype across all social media. And guess what? If you enjoyed this story, become an official member at hypersclub.com to check out more original content and things to come. Reporting live from Hyper Clubhouse in Atlanta for Comedy Hype News, I'm John Alba.